Hello, everybody. My name is Bahzad.
My name is Risa.
And we are broadcasting live from Yokohama, Japan, to bring to you the Wonder Looper live stream, the greatest live stream in the history of the internet. Fact checked, true. It is Friday evening for many of you, February 28th. It is the future here in Japan, Saturday, March 1st. And we're going to talk about all kinds of wonderful things Wonder Looper related. We've got a lot of big updates. Mm-hmm. So buckle up.
Yeah, a lot.
There's a lot.
This week. Yeah.
So buckle up. If you're driving, buckle up. Because you're supposed to. It's the law.
Or if you're in the car, I mean, you don't have to be driving.
Don't drive and watch this live. It's probably unsafe. But if you're at home, you can listen to it. Yeah. Anyhow, do whatever the most safe and follow the rules. Don't get in trouble. But if you're at home, relaxing, Friday evening, hanging out with us, we appreciate it. We know it's Friday, and we're glad to hang out with each and every one of you. We're going to check in and see where everybody in the chat is checking in from. But as we get, ramped up to speed, everybody hit the like button. Let's get us started off real quick with a bunch of likes. Help the word spread out throughout internet land. Now, let's see where our friends are checking in from. We've got Minwa Maxim. He's saying thumbs up and fingers crossed for the new warehouse. I might not be able to follow your stream live tonight. No worries. But for you checking in, we greatly, greatly appreciate it. We've got Carl Morawski, the boss. The boss is in the chat, sending love from the States. Well, good to see you, my friend. Appreciate the love. We've got Jean-Francois. Hello from Montreal. Double heavyweight tee, Super Looper zip hoodie, and a Momotaro jeans tonight. The pure joy of cotton. Got a very similar outfit too, my friend. I hope you're enjoying yours. I'm definitely enjoying mine. Rogelio Ramirez, wait to restock. It's coming back next fall. We've got BD, the producer. Hello, decent weather the last few days, but cool enough for the 701 GSM hoodie. Would you ever make the hood taller? I think my head is too small.
Well, yeah. I think from the first generation of double heavyweight hoodies, or I think any hoodies, I think that includes fleece Foxfibre. Yeah. We did change the
hood shape a bit.
Yeah, it's a little bit taller.
Yeah. The current models are larger than the first batch that we ever released. Mm-hmm. So there you go. Mikhail says, hello from New York City, wearing all Wonder Looper, Ecru pants, Ecru sweater, Ecru shirt, feeling amazing. Thank you very much. Ooh, we have...
That might be a fire.
What do we got here? Who knows, everybody? Who knows what's going on? We have a guest. Is it our usual guest? I think it is. It is. All right. These people tend to make an appearance every 6 months or so. But they're just here to check on our fire safety, because if there's one thing we know all about here at the Wonder Looper live stream is safety. We must remain safe and free from fire. All right, back to the chat. We've got Solvents checking in from Scotland. Freedom indeed. Pierre Moreau, hello from Guelph, Ontario, sporting the double heavyweight Ecru zip hoodie. Speaking of the double heavyweight Ecru, there has been a large call out from a lot of emails. Basically, since we sort of announced that the double heavyweight Ecru wasn't going to come back for the fall, I've received just so many emails from people asking for it back. We had a lot of people requesting for it for our friend Michael over at Wild Frontier Goods, so that he would, have a base to dye or do some of his creations with. So, after basically a lot of feedback from you guys, we're going to bring back the Ecru for fall.
We talked about
it. Yeah. So anyhow, I see a lot of people here. There was a lot of demand for it, and people in the chat also wearing it a lot. So it's going to come back. So you voted it. You willed it into existence, my friends. There you have it. And speaking of Ecrus, we've got unbleached apparel in the chat here as well. Good to see you, my friend. Andrew Yee from Toronto. So nice to meet you when you came to Gerhard Supply. I'll be in Tokyo in April. Is there any store that carries your product? Where should I go to buy jeans? Thank you very much. Well, good to see you, Andrew. In Tokyo, you can shop at a store called FFFT. They're open only on the weekends, and they only sell white t-shirts. They're a white t-shirt specialist store. So that's the only retail location in Tokyo or in Japan at the moment stocking our products. We're going to try and expand that out. Anyway, we have some plans, and we're going to see if we can get some more retailers on board with the brand. We know how many people are coming to visit Japan these days. And, of course, we are trying to work on our own space as well. We'll talk about that a little bit more. But as for buying jeans, a lot of great places to buy jeans in this country. Top recommendation?
Hinoya. In Ueno?
Yeah.
They have multiple stores under their conglomerate.
Yeah.
It is actually not that big of a company.
Yeah.
But it's very old school. They're mostly located in Ameyoko in Ueno. So it's like alongside the railway, from very close from Ueno Station, where there's a lot to do around there. Yeah. But a lot of shops are there, restaurants, and a lot of just mishmash is going on, and they have locations 2 or 3 in there. Yeah. They also have a store in Shibuya too. So. Yeah. Just maybe look it up. Some are under the name of Sun House or something like that. So they stock a lot of good denim jeans.
So Hinoya and Sun House. Those are the places to look. There's a store called Junkie Style. They also have some good stuff in Shimokitazawa. There's a store called Bears. Those are like, if you're looking for like heritage-y jeans, you can go there. There's also in Shibuya, there's Beams Japan. And they carry...
And Shibuya, yeah.
Oh, right. Yeah. They, actually, in both Shibuya and Shinjuku, there's a store called Beams Japan. And unlike like the regular Beams, this is sort of a little bit more targeted towards like souvenir-type goods. But the one in Shibuya. Shinjuku?
I don't know.
The one with like 5 floors?
That's Shinjuku.
They have on the 5th floor, they have like a lot of apparel, and they have some like Japanese jeans brands in there as well. So definitely worth checking out. And you'll be in those neighborhoods anyway, so you'll definitely see it if you're in the area, which you will be. All right. This is why we should have our. At some point, we will come up with the Tokyo city map, places to go, things to eat, all this kind of stuff, recommendations.
Perhaps.
Yeah. Do you have another recommendation of just in general when you come to Japan? What should you do?
Ooh, I don't know. Okay. I mean, it might be a cliche thing to recommend, but I think you should definitely visit the neighborhood of Nakameguro. During the cherry blossom time, it's a cherry blossom like trees all the way by the side of the river, which is impressive, but it gets also very, very crowded. Hopefully you make it not during that cherry blossom crazy times. It is actually a very chill neighborhood. They have a lot of nice stores alongside the river in that whole area. There's an amazing Starbucks, and you might not want to go to Starbucks, but you definitely want to go to this Starbucks. Yeah. It is a beautiful big building that offers like a lot of drinks, cocktails, and tea drinks and all kinds of things. It's not. You can like walk from Nakameguro around that neighborhood all the way to Daikanyama. Also, they have a ton of nice stores. Last week I think we were talking about Blue Japan. They have a very nice store there. There's a lot to look at around there. There's Tsutaya, the like a very nice bookstore that has basically all the books that you can ever want, and a little bit of knickknacks, and it's a fun place to hang out.
Yeah, that Tsutaya, it's called T-Site, and they really have a great selection. Like books-wise, maybe you're not going to be able to read all the books that are in there. To be fair,
they have a lot of English books too.
That's true, but they also have like a lot of nifty gifties. Like a really beautiful stationery section. If you want to see pens anywhere from like 300 yen to like 300,000 yen, they've got them. They have art and a lot of just really great stuff. And even if you're looking for like Japanese fashion magazines, they practically have every single one. And you don't have to read those. They've got lots of great pictures in there. So definitely check that out. But this is, on the screen here, you'll see this is Nakameguro during cherry blossom season. This is one of the neighborhoods we really wanted to open our office in. Mm-hmm. And anyhow, this is what it looks like during cherry blossom season. Very, very beautiful. So anyhow, we'll talk about our office tribulations during the stream. Mm-hmm. But back to the chat, checking in with everybody. Hong says, it's always the future for you two, but my Friday is officially complete now. All right. Well, there you go. Devin signed up for the Ecru heavyweight pullover hoodie email for size medium or large. Fingers crossed, one shows up. We'll keep our fingers crossed for you. Jeremy says, hello from LA. Double heavyweight season has ended. Looking forward to the ELS shirts. They are coming. We'll talk about that in the chat today. Bahzad, this is from Carl Morowski. Bahzad, I love the color of that hoodie. Well, thank you very much. This burgundy is, I think all the Super Loopers in general are getting, on our website, are practically gone. Through our retail partners, they're becoming very scarce at this point.
Yeah. The burgundy and black were very popular.
Yeah.
So they were almost gone everywhere, it seems. On our website, certainly it's gone.
Yeah, they're gone.
Aside from some shorts. Size shorts.
Those will probably be gone in the next... Once the temperatures start to rise a little bit, those shorts probably won't last too much longer either.
Right.
But if you're looking for Super Looper, anyhow, look through our retail stockist list on our website, or send me an email. I'll try to locate it for you. I've been doing that quite a bit this week as well, and I've been still having some success, but there's been a few unsuccessful attempts, especially in the Sumi Black. That one's pretty much gone everywhere.
But they're coming back next year, so...
Yeah, that's right. Heather Gray and Sumi Black in the Super Looper are coming back next year. Unbleached Apparel says, that t-shirt store sounds like a fun store. The FFFT store. It's
all white tees.
Yeah.
It is... I don't know if it's up your alley, because it's white. It's not Ecru.
Right. Maybe there's a chance for... I don't know what the hex code for Ecru is, but maybe there's an opportunity there for you, my friend. It is. It's kind of a famous store here in Japan these days, and it has been for a while.
It's been pretty famous for a long time, actually. But, I like that they're, like, not changing their ways, and they'll, like, always only open on Saturdays and Sundays.
Yeah, despite how popular they are, and, like, they get lineups. Like, you show up there on a Saturday when they're open, the lineup is around the block.
Especially in the summertime, or, like, in the warmer months.
Yeah, so it's a pretty cool spot. Hello, Melody Murray says, hello from Tucson. Received my varsity blue sweatshorts this week, and they fit perfectly. Extremely comfortable. I will be wearing these a lot. Well, I'm glad to hear it. Guys, thank you everybody for tuning in, letting us know where you're tuning in from. There's a lot to unpack on this very special episode of the Wonder Looper live stream. Let's start off with, we're talking about retail. Let's start off with retail. Sort of our trials and tribulations in this land of trying to get an office, warehouse, showroom space.
There's a lot of properties. I look at them all the time, every day, like almost hourly. I check these things. And there's only so much that we really like and that it's within our budget. And, the area is, what we want and, the look is what we want. So out of those, like, very few, we found a couple in this past few months of search that we liked enough to apply. The last one of which, the most recent one of which was in Harajuku, as we talked about. It was very close from the Harajuku crossing, and, it's not the area that we originally wanted, but I kind of got, just because we applied and there was like a lot of things going on, and it was extended period of time that we thought that we would get this office.
Wow, we're very popular this morning. But as Risa was saying, a location that, maybe at first we weren't exactly sure that we wanted to be in Harajuku, but we found the right spot, the right price, the right look, the right everything. In fact, we found this property a little bit before it sort of hit a lot of the different real estate websites. So we applied early, we got in, and we immediately applied for this spot. And things seem to be going well. I mean, the thing is, in Japan, if they're showing a place, it's often that, okay, we're going to show it for a week or we're going to show it for 2 weeks, and then they're going to show it to however many people, collect all the applications, and then sort of pick through it from there. And so that process can sometimes take a while. We got in, applied immediately. I think the landlords and everything really liked that. And they seemingly wanted us in. We had to get a guarantor and all this kind of stuff, fill all kinds of paperwork. Went to meet with them again. There was a few little I don't know. I guess they got a little bit hesitant. Maybe, that we're sort of a young company. And then also the fact that we were going to be doing some amount of shipping out of this space. And it seemed like they really were not sure. Even though, like, the building itself, there's a lot of businesses and things going on in that building. I guess the idea that, shipments would be coming in, in and out consistently using up the elevators, maybe they would prefer a more quieter. After all this waiting, after it just seemingly was supposed to go our way, they gave us a call yesterday and let us know that we were not selected. So this is like the fourth location that we've sort of been denied from.
What are we talking about?
I'm just saying that, they rejected us yesterday.
Yeah.
And
based off of, I guess, the rules of the building. There's a usage restrictions and stuff like that. It really had nothing to do with the fact that, that we weren't trustworthy or anything like that. But this was the furthest that we gotten. We were almost like about to sign. And, we just wanted to make sure that we wouldn't have a problem operating in the way that we were going to operate. And
maybe they found a quieter client, is what I was saying. Somebody that might have been a little bit, anyhow. They had a lot of options, and it just seems that a lot of these real estate, the good properties, obviously there's demand for them, and we're just going to have to keep chugging along, basically.
I mean, the struggles that we found along the way is, like, not, the commercial, renting is very different. And there's, obviously in residential, there's a lot of rules. It's Japan. But with the commercial, like, there's a need and, like, the restriction that the building has and, the neighborhood has and all kinds of things. So, we're in a very weird position because we're not looking for one functional, spot. Like, we're not just looking for an office. We're not just looking for a store. We're not just looking for a warehouse. We were looking for everything in one. And I think that's the difficulty. But I also believe that, there was there are ones that, as long as we're being, patient, it will be a good one.
Right. I firmly believe it's all going to come, and then the right one is going to show up, and we're going to be happy, and, we're not going to jump on anything just because it becomes available, but, yeah.
Well, there is a time limit.
Well, there is, but, you got to, anyhow, it's all going to work out. I thought this one was going to be it, but it didn't, so you know what? Screw it. It wasn't the right one anyways. Mm-hmm. And, I'm that kind of girlfriend. You know what? You dumped me? No, I dumped you. I didn't want you anyways. So, there. Anyhow, that's sort of the situation. I know a lot of people sort of ask us, where can I... Literally every day I get that email. Where can I find your stuff in Japan? I'm coming to Japan. And so, we want to make an environment for you to come and check it out and try it on in person. And also, having the larger space is going to allow us to have more and more products, which is what we want to do. More colors, more variety, more everything. So that, we don't just automatically sell out in 24 hours. Mm-hmm. That's sort of where we're at right now. So a little more patience and, just keep your fingers crossed for us and we'll make it there. Beatty says, you seem to be getting closer. Things you learn will help in the next application. Mm-hmm. Lie.
Unfortunately, that is the lesson that I got. Yeah, obviously, I don't want to. That's just, a lot of people do not disclose everything up front. And I think, that's a strategy. Yeah. I just don't want to struggle after. It's, commercial renting is very expensive and, there's a lot of fees involved and, I don't think we would want to deal with the hassle of, things after. Yeah. So I try to be as honest as possible, but there are things that we do not necessarily have to disclose. Yeah. We don't want to, give people a reason to say no.
Yeah.
That's...
Do you guys allow shipments in the building? Yes. Well, how many shipments? Oh, just a couple of packages every day. A couple is a very subjective thing, anyhow. No. You don't... Anyhow, the bottom line is we want things to be clean, but that also, we don't want to paint ourselves as bad tenants. We're not bad tenants. We're good tenants.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you know what? If you can't, if you have all kinds of things that you have to say to us before we even move in, it doesn't sound like it was going to be a good match anyways.
Right. I'm dumping you. All right. Jeremy seems like a decent amount of people from LA in the chat. Plenty of real estate available here if you're willing to commute. It's a tough commute every day. Mm-hmm. I appreciate that. And, the Los Angeles sunshine is very appealing. It's just a tough commute every day. Mm-hmm. I'll think about it. If somehow we get the Wonder Looper jet, right? We get the Wonder Looper jet.
And that's a jet that basically an instant...
Like if it was like a 3-hour commute, like Top Gun, that plane that Tom Cruise was flying in at the start of the movie.
I was not willing to do a 45-minute commute. I don't know if I went to a 3-hour
But if you were sitting in that airplane, that'd be kind of cool, though. So boom, supersonic, Japan to LA and back in 45 minutes.
45?
Yeah,
okay, fine.
Okay, I'll think about it. All right, KMX says, I'm tuning in late from Calgary, Alberta, back from my vacation in Vietnam to celebrate the Lunar New Year with my fiance and family. Well, fantastic. Hope you had a good one. Bahzad and Risa, could you do a fit check?
Ooh. All right, you go first.
Okay, I'll go first. Mine's easy because you can mostly see what I'm wearing. And it is Wonder Looper Super Looper Zip Hoodie in the burgundy, Ron Burgundy. We've got the navy double heavyweight t-shirt. I've got my True Guy Naked and Famous Dirty Fades. You can, hold on, I gotta move that back a little bit, get a better idea. Fading I think, pretty well. I've got a giant phone fade here on the front. On my wrist, I've got Casio G-Shock all-metal G over here. And then some, I'm not going to lift my feet up all the way, but some Yucatan fuzzy shearling slides for the home to keep my feet warm. And that's it. Pretty simple fit check here. Dad style all the way.
90s dad.
90s dad.
I'm wearing a work shirt from Naked and Famous, our old home. And I am wearing a brand new sample of our Henley shirt.
That's right. So this is the new.
We just got this, and this is a brand new. Let's talk about it after. I'm wearing a Strong Guy nightshade from Naked and Famous as well. The bottom, it is Bahzad's old pair, so I got the same phone face. Yep. Even though I don't put my phone in the front pocket.
I was a skinnier man once. I'm not as skinny as I used to be. And now my old jeans fit you very well.
Yeah, so it's okay. Yeah. It's all, cycle of life.
Yeah, the circle of life.
Circle of life, yes.
Well, you got to show the back of your shirt, though.
Yes. This is the chain stitch thing. Can you see?
Yeah, they can see it perfectly.
Yeah, chain stitch thing I did.
Oh, you gotta get a good look over here.
My first big project I did for myself with the chain stitch machine. There's a lot of mistakes, but I learned a lot by doing this, and I really like it. This is an homage to my favorite movie. I don't know where it's...
The ZZ?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Anyways.
Yeah, but...
okay, this shirt, though.
Yeah, let's dive in, because Life Aquatic, water, dive in. You like that transition? Transitions are the best when you have to explain them. Same thing with jokes.
Exactly.
When you explain a joke, they're way better.
Yeah. The Henley shirt, we actually got a first sample of it. This fabric is 10% cashmere, honeycomb fabric. This is in Ecru. It's undyed with seeds in it. But this fabric is fantastic. It is beefy. I forgot the weight. I could find out. But it is a beefy thermal fabric in honeycomb pattern. It is 10% cashmere. And it is like a double face. So inside is more smooth surface. And you actually feel the cozy niceness of cashmere. Yeah. It's very smooth, and it feels luxurious. It feels substantial because of the weight also. And it actually is. I've been wearing it. We just got it yesterday.
Yeah, yesterday.
And then I've been wearing it basically ever since I got it, and it's a very nice fabric. And the fit also, I thought it came out pretty good. We got the raglan sleeve. We got the 3 buttons. We might make a change on the buttons.
Yeah, I personally think the buttons are a little big, so we might change the size of the buttons a little bit. These ones are also horn. We're still
like real horn.
Yeah, real horn. So we're finalizing the pricing on everything right now, and I'm not 100% sure whether or not we'll stick to the full horn or not.
Well, the difficulty with the horn not only was the price, but also it was the
sizing availability.
Yeah, so we wanted to have not a shiny, very nice, nice button in real horn, and they don't really make a lot of small real horn buttons anymore. The larger ones for the jackets and stuff like that still relatively available, but smaller ones, the plastic ones are, I guess, they do look very real. So I guess the demand for the real ones have gone down, and that's why it's hard for us to find it.
Yeah.
So with that said, we might keep the real horn if it's possible. but we'll have to reevaluate.
Yeah, I would still prefer to keep it in the natural world. Right. So like wood, or maybe even like there's nut buttons available. So we're going to consider everything right now. But yeah, the preference right now is if we can get a slightly smaller button with the horn at the right price.
Yeah.
At the right price is key. Because if this is going to add like $50 to the retail price of this thing, it's a little much.
Yeah.
I think it's a little much. I'm sure there's people out there who will be like, no, it's fine. But anyhow.
I just have to,
We'll balance it out.
The sleeve, the cuff is ribbed, but the bottom opening is not. It's a curved hem.
Yeah.
Yeah, and this particular item will come in sumi and khaki colors as well. So dark colors and Ecru.
Yeah, so 3 colors in the cashmere. So those are coming. So very, very exciting for this. The first fit sample has arrived. Anyway, let us know your thoughts. The Moore says, I agree, the buttons are a bit oversized. Yeah. Stephen Kopelkamp says, personally, I'd like bone buttons on that Henley. Bone is also possible.
Yeah. And also I did think we initially chose also like a lighter colored horn for the Ecru color, and because that wasn't available, like we went with maybe the tone, a contrast, darker tone, and then it's like it kind of is distracting. So I wanted to maybe make it a little bit more neutral in color.
Yeah. BD says, I like big buttons and I cannot lie. And Sebastian Pilje says, Team Big Button.
All right.
What can I say? I'm not going to say it. Nutty buttons. A lot of thoughts here about the buttons. We will... don't you just know it says the buttons are the perfect size. A pimp named Slickback says deer antler buttons. These are not deer; these are from cow. But deer antler buttons would probably be very takai, very expensive.
I don't know.
There's just probably not a lot of them out there, so therefore
there's a lot of deers.
High price. Yeah. Nicholas Vilpu says I'd go for a finished hem on the bottom so it doesn't look as casual. All right, a lot of thoughts here. What kind of collar does the Henley have? Well, let's take a look at the collar. So you can see here it's a binder collar, and of course it has the button opening. So you can see it right here. Collar-wise, I think we also need to open up the collar just a little bit more. So maybe to better match the collar on the double heavyweight tee. So there's a couple of tweaks here that we need to do before final production comes in, but that's why we make the samples. And there's another good look at the buttons. So get a better look at it here, maybe. I'm not sure. Something like that. Okay. The waffle pattern on this is amazing. And, another just great benefit of this fabric is that it is an all-natural fiber thermal, right? So the cashmere is going to really help insulate, and then you have these pockets here that are also going to capture air. So it's going to be a very, very nice and cozy item to wear for the fall, winter next season. Rogelio says, hoping for winter wear like socks, beanies, and scarves in the future. Yes.
Yeah, we didn't work on it this week, but we will.
We'll get there. Yeah. Any idea on the price on the Cashmere Henley? Ben says, not yet. Yeah, not yet. We're still working on it because there's still some tweaks that need to be made. So I don't want to announce a price here. Then things are going to change dramatically, or maybe even slightly in the future. But give us a little time, and we'll get you a price point on it. Steven says, I'd say try to split the difference between easy shirt button and that Henley button size. Yeah. The easy shirt buttons are too small for this collar.
Yeah, but I mean, there's like buttons are pretty like
they're standard sized.
Yeah. So there isn't much that it's like slightly smaller, but.
Jap27 says, "Are these for pre-order?" Not for pre-order. So this is, in fact, if you're one of our retail partners watching this, this is part of the Fall Winter 25 collection. And we're going to be presenting our new items to them we're still waiting for some samples to arrive, but soon we're going to have a full presentation. We're going to make a video. We're going to send it to them, and they're going to do their pre-booking for Fall Winter 25. Mm-hmm. So this is when the retailers do their pre-booking. And, that's in the next, basically, by the end of March, we have to basically plan all of the production for the fall-winter season, send all those plans out to the factories, and, get the wheels moving. And then we will have these for general release in the fall. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Hopefully. We're pretty late, so we'll see what happens.
Yeah. Nicholas says, "Did you get more fruit this week? What's the snack of the week?" You know what? We did not get more fruit, but I'm going to tease you with snack time. I'm going to show you what we've got, because we've got something.
Well, we did not get more fruit because we can't afford to do the expensive fruit snack time every week. That was a special occasion. I don't know what the occasion was, but, I thought maybe it would be fun to do, like, seasonal every now and then, but not every week, because, snack time, we gotta keep it casual.
Okay, but I know you guys liked watching us burn our faces off, so we've got some spicy snacks, and when spicy snacks come with a warning on them, then I tend to believe their seriousness. And I mean, this has got the devil on here. It's got fire. For some reason, it says love. Love, but in a weird way. Or maybe they go together. So, okay, you can see it has L-O, like half a heart. And so, and maybe on the shelves, they're supposed to go like that, right? Mm-hmm. So, this is extremely spicy. And then this is supposed to be extremely sour. Or sour and spicy.
Sour.
So we're gonna go for both today and visit heaven and hell. Yes. Or just two levels of hell. Mm. Probably more like that. I don't think there's any heaven here. But they both come with warnings. So
yeah. We'll get into that after.
At the end of the show. So you want to stick around for all that good stuff. Okay.
Yeah. So let's get back into the Henleys.
Yeah.
You want to show off the other fabric?
Heck yeah.
Okay. So this Henley comes in the Cashmere blend, honeycomb. We have Ecru, Sumi, and Kaki, and also we have Waffle fabric version of this. And Waffle, we developed a brand new fabric with Foxfibre.
Yes.
Our favorite cotton.
So
Foxfibre, natural brown waffle.
3
organic
tones.
Cotton, very hefty, beefy waffles. This is the iron mordant, dark version. I think it's
Fox 70 or 80.
70 or 80, yeah. I always forget. Yeah. Probably 80. Fox 80 brown with iron mordant, so that's the darkest color. We got our favorite middle color that is Fox 80, I think. This is Fox 80 brown with and without iron mordant. Mm-hmm. This is the natural color of the cotton, the darkest we can get in the yarn form. This is a lighter version of that. This is the Fox 15 brown. So this is a 15% Fox brown. So it's a little bit lighter in color. The brown is a little bit more softer, more mixed in with the more Ecru. So But this also is like, I don't know if it's like capturing the color correctly, but it is not, compared to like, Ecru, it is pretty brown still.
Yeah. It's like a cafe au lait.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a very nice color, beige color. But it just is, I don't know.
Guys,
there's something about this.
Yeah. I mean, you can see on the screen just how beefy this waffle is. It's very prominent, and it's also heavy. Like, the heft of this thing is there. I think you will be very impressed by both the heft and just, like, how this thing feels. It's very beautiful, and I think a lot of people are going to enjoy this a lot. So
yeah. So this is 100% cotton.
Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta weigh the fabric still, but
the more details to come, but this is the first viewing of the iron mordant, and look how rich that color is. It's very, very beautiful, and I think the camera's really picking up on the texture of this Henley right now as well. So there it is. We should have a physical Henley sample soon. But
I mean, we just got this fabric done, so it will take a minute to get the sample in the garment form. But it will come. It will come.
That's it. So there you go.
We'll see.
Stephen Copelcamp says Fox 15 looks great. This is the first time we're doing a Fox 15. And we're doing an iron mordant version. So just so people know, when we say those numbers like Fox 15, Fox 50, Fox 70, Fox 80, that's the percentage of Foxfibre in the fabric, right? So it's not like a different variety. It's the same variety, but it's a different amount of concentration in the yarn. The more Foxfibre, the higher the number. Fox 70, Fox 80, that's pretty much as high as you can go in terms of Foxfibre concentration. And then whenever they blend it, they tend to blend it with a ELS extra long staple organic American cotton. Oftentimes it's ultimate pima. But that can depend basically on how much ultimate pima they have available, because in general there's not a lot of available in the mix. So basically, by the time production comes, we'll know what was used for the mix. But
the ultimate pima or Sue pima, either way, it's American organic extra long staple.
Yeah. How do you feel? Hong says, do you feel the quantity for fall releases will be plenty for all?
Well, the thing is, we never try to make anything that's scarce. That's not, we're not.
That's not our aim.
Planning to have. This is gonna sell out in minutes. That we've never done that, and we will never do that. So yes, I think to that we will say yes, but that doesn't mean that we're always correct.
The way sort of the production planning started was just sort of based on our experience in the industry. How many hoodies do we sell? We've had many years working for other companies and understanding buying and selling, and just, that was our baseline. This is how many hoodies we make based off of, sort of our experience with how often hoodies sell and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, but also how much reach do we have? Realistically, if we're not, how many people watch our YouTube channel, how many people follow us on Instagram, how much traffic we get on the website. Those are all things that we consider. But
even then, I would say, even compared to our past, the demand has really surpassed our expectations in big ways. Every single time, we plan a production, it's like, okay, here's what we think we're going to make, and then that production might last 4, 5, 8 weeks, okay, which is even sooner than we had anticipated. And so we think, okay, next year we're going to add 20%, 30% on top of that. Maybe that'll, stretch out. And then we make more, but the time it takes to sell is even less. And so then we make more, and then it gets even smaller. And so we've sort of been in this I would say, unusual pattern that we're really not used to. I mean, we're getting used to it. But it's hard to really dial in what you're supposed to be doing, because as you increase production, everything is seemingly getting smaller. And it's like, well, I can't make, I'm not going to bet the farm and make 10 times more. And maybe this is all, this is all what has happened up until now. And then maybe next time it's not going to happen again. So you can't just go like, crank it up to 11 and hope for that. We are going to expand significantly, but like I'm not saying like it's going to happen like at a 500% increase for next fall. Maybe that is what I'm supposed to do, but we also have space limitations.
Yes, we have resources that is not limitless. So
yeah. So we really try to aim to ensure that everybody who wants it gets it. And I'll be fair, even though we sell out quickly on our website, our retailers tend to sell out. They tend to sell it eventually, but they don't sell it as fast as we do. And, it takes them a couple of weeks, sometimes a couple of months to sort of sell through everything. And I would say that the amount of people who I encounter who just absolutely can't get what they're looking for is sort of few and far between, right? Like usually I can find, like if you're within reason, like right now if somebody's asking me for like Foxfibre hoodies, like it's been months. So my response to them is, yeah, they're pretty much sold out everywhere, but they'll be back in the fall, right? And then they'll be able to get it in the fall. But like if you're looking for like last year's Super Looper green, there's not too many of those available. And that might not come back for a while, but I think everybody, if you found out about it, if you knew about us, you probably had a good opportunity to get it.
Mm-hmm. And it will always bring things back.
Yeah.
Some colors may not come back for a long, long time, but like the product itself is always going to come back unless it's an absolute, failure. We haven't had one of those, so everything is planning to come back at some point.
Yeah. Unbleached Apparel says it's awesome to watch your success. Well, thank you very much, my friend. You too. You've been a proud champion cheerleader for us, and we appreciate that as well. And many of you as well. I mean, you've been telling your friends. Like again, I'm in the chats, I'm in the emails, and the amount of times I hear people like, I just found out about your brand. I love it. And I bought hoodies for, my wife, my brother, blah, blah, blah. I'm just so excited. When can I get more? I'm looking for this size because I got one and now my brother wants one. It is just constantly like that. I had one guy email me and he's like, it was like a weird order. Like it was like extra small, medium, extra, like just like a bunch of random sizes and a bunch of different things. And I would say that usually an order like that, I'm just like, did he order it by mistake? Like, what happened? Like, did he not? It just seemed weird. So I reached out to the customer, and the customer was like, yeah, man, I got your stuff, and now I'm just buying. I'm literally just buying it for everybody. Like, I can't have this hoodie and, like, not have my wife have this hoodie, or my cousin have. Everybody needs to have this. Like, it's the best, and I'm just spreading the word for you. I'm just like, it's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. Yeah, I would say that I was, in our jeans days, Naked and Famous, wasn't uncommon for. In fact, it was very typical that people would spread our word of mouth. But I think the difficulty with the new thing that we're encountering here is that like we actually see people buying for others. Mm-hmm. Whereas, like in the jeans world, I think buying jeans for other people is a little
difficult.
Yeah, it's difficult.
I mean, there's so many more sizes, and like t-shirts is like there's only we make 6 sizes, and that's a lot. That's ranging from like like a typical woman size to like all the way to like double XL.
Right.
But everybody basically not everybody obviously, but like most adults fall between those 6 sizes, so that's a wide range per size.
Yeah.
Whereas jeans, it's like you're inches.
Yeah. From female sizes, typical female sizes, all the way up to like large.
From 24
to 44.
40 to 44. Yeah.
That's a big range.
That is a lot of sizes. Yeah. I don't know how many, but it's like even when like in larger sizes, 36 and above, it's every other numbers, but still, it's like at least like 15 maybe, something like that.
You know what, you're the mathematical genius. I'm not, but there's a lot of sizes in the jeans world. Less sizes here in knitwear land. The Moore says, nah, those burgundy sweatshirts went fast. These did go quickly.
Yes, but between us, all the retail partners, I don't know. It was around for a while. Yeah.
Okay. The Moore says, Risa, what size are you wearing in the Henley?
Extra small. I'm always extra small.
Yeah. Okay. You guys want more previews?
Well, let's just bring it back to more recent things.
Okay.
This is down the line. This is at least 6 to 7 months away.
Yeah.
I want to talk about now.
Okay,
people were talking about t-shirts. We have a big t-shirt day coming.
Yes, we do. Okay.
2 weeks.
So let's talk about t-shirts, and then we'll get back to more spoiler alerts.
There's a lot of moving pieces right now, but I want to bring us back to more reality.
Okay. So t-shirts.
Thursday the 13th.
Was it Thursday? Thursday, March 13th. Mm-hmm. It's the fire alarm. Mm-hmm. Thursday, March 13th, we are going to be releasing the ELS Recycled Cotton Slub t-shirt. So that's our newest t-shirt, as well as the restock of the double heavyweight tees. So if you've been waiting for this or that, they're coming very soon. We were hoping for everything to be released by the end of February, but there were some shipping delays. Everything hit our warehouse basically this week. We started picking and packing goods for our retail partners. So those are getting out to the stores. So basically, we don't release anything until our retailers all have their stock, and that usually takes about a week for us to like pick and pack everything. And then, a couple of days for them to receive it and everything to be settled. And, just enough time for everybody to be on the same page. And so that's coming very soon. And let's talk about sizing first.
Right.
Okay.
So the double heavyweight t-shirt is a restock.
Yeah.
It comes in all the colors that we have it running for core. So white, black, heather gray, charcoal gray, navy, and khaki.
Yeah.
So those 6 colors will come in restocking. But the difference is that this time around we did adjust a little bit, tiny bit of sizing above large and above.
Yeah.
So large and above, extra small, medium stays the same sizing as before. Large, extra large, double XL had gone through a slight
adjustment. They got a little bit bigger. Yeah. Progressively from large, XL,
so large,
double XL.
Like you probably wouldn't see a difference in large. It's very negligible amount of size difference.
Yeah.
So if you've been wearing large, you would definitely be still large.
Yeah.
Extra large, slightly larger than
before.
Than before, and also then the difference of size large. I don't know how to describe that. Anyways, so extra large, you might notice that it's a little bit looser than extra large before. It's not a significant change. The
most significant is in the double X.
Yes.
Yeah.
And the measurements are listed online.
Okay.
So if you go into the
let's go right now.
Yeah, our website. Click on double heavyweight. Except for sand. Sand is not going to be restocked. So the sand has the old measurement.
Okay.
Still. So if you want to refer to our old measurements, you can look at sand. But every other colors that is coming soon has the new sizing.
Okay. So there you have it.
Should I just centimeters?
Huh? Sorry?
Anyways, no.
Okay, whatever it is. New measurements are up on the website. So double heavyweight new measurements are here. And if you want to reference the old one, check on sand. Because sand is not being restocked. Ecru won't be restocked until... Ecru and Sumi Black won't be restocked until next fall. Mm-hmm. So these might also have the old size charts as well. So anyhow, bottom line is, if you're not sure, even if you're sure, just double check before you make your next purchase. Chances are, more than likely, you're going to remain in the size that you've already been purchasing, but there might be a slight fit difference here and there. But I don't think anything that's going to blow your mind too much that we've changed the fit.
It's basically, we've done this just to kind of, cater to people for whom the double XL was a tiny bit too small.
Yeah.
So there was a people like that, so we just kind of decided to just move up a little.
There was a big contingency of like double X customers who were like, I just fit, and then there was people who were like, oh, it's just a little too small. Mm-hmm. So we figured if we made the double X a little bit more accommodating for that crowd, it would be better. But by doing that, we just sort of had to adjust the size pitch a little bit going down. So anyhow, there you go. We just want to let everyone know.
Yes.
And
speaking of sizing, the ELS recycled cotton slub t-shirts. This is a brand new t-shirt, and the fabric is very, very different from double heavyweight.
Yeah.
We'll have our product video soon where we get into the details. But it is a lot more bouncy, stretchy. You know, it's got a nice
give to it.
Yes.
Yeah.
And the production came in a little bit larger than we actually planned. So the ELS recycled cotton slub t-shirts have different measurements on the website. Yeah. So it is a little bit looser, but because it's not as rigid and sturdy as the double heavyweight, so it does drape a little bit better. Yeah. So that means that you probably, even though it came out a little bit larger in measurement, it's probably not going to affect it. You're not going to feel like it's, like it's sitting so far away from the body or anything like that, because it drapes better. Right.
And I mean, it's just like I see Garrett's in the chat. Good to see you, my friend. Garrett from Tate and Yoko, our I would say our former teammate, but he's still our teammate. We're still on the same team, is here in the chat. But just like our time in the denim world, where you would have like one denim fabric to the next denim fabric, why isn't the weird guy in this fabric the same measurements as the weird guy in that fabric? Different fabrics, they're going to cut a little bit differently. Man, we're popular today. So obviously there's going to be a little bit different from one fabric to another. The way the fabric sits on the cutting table, heavier, lighter, the way that it stretches. Those are all going to make some differences. And as much as we want to, I wish everything could be in the exact same measurement all the time, there's always going to be some slight variations here and there. And, that's what you're going to see here as well. But I think everything, as long as everything is in the same realm, then we're in the same fit zone. But yeah, just keep that in mind. Maybe it'll fit a little bit, touch bigger than the double heavyweight, but I think the added drape and all that stuff is a lot more casual, a t-shirt. So
yes,
I think that adjustment is also expected.
Yeah, I saw a comment on earlier about our double heavyweight being a little too thick, and for those of you who don't like heavyweight fabric, this is heavyweight. Yeah, but it's very different experience from our double heavyweight t-shirt. It is, it's not as heavy, but it is, compared to a regular t-shirt that, like a Hanes, basic t-shirt kind of thing, it is significantly heavier. Yeah. But
it's got a nice drape, and it's very, very soft. The softness is one of the big things you're going to notice on this t-shirt. And, again, back to denim world, it's hard to give you a ASMR scratch test on this one, but I think you can see the softness in the texture of this one because it is very kind of bouncy and you can see it's got little pillows of clouds in there.
And the textures
pillows
there
of clouds. I don't know.
Clouds.
I don't have all the words to describe this feeling, but it is a very soft t-shirt. And you'll see some close-up sort of macros of it in the product video, but hopefully you can see just how like fluffy it is here in the video here. If we get the right light, you can see it's got a nice sort of fuzz on top there. So very, very comfortable feeling t-shirt. And so this is going to be launching for the first time, 4 colors, heather gray, white, ecru, and black. And then, we got all the double heavyweight tees. So it's going to be a big, big t-shirt release day. Literally our warehouse, like, I'm going to say, thanks God that we sold out of the Super Loopers.
Yes, because we didn't have enough.
We did not have enough. The warehouse right now is... Man, I might have a picture here. It is crazy how much stock is in there right now.
And the thing is, when we had the fall shipments with all the sweatshirts, obviously we spilled over. We had to rent an extra space. But, even when after we shipped out all the, retail partners orders and we moved in, they were filled kind of like this. But it was because it's sweatshirts and there's only 8 things that it fits in our little box. Yeah. With t-shirts we can fit at least 30. Yeah. And it's still kind of filled.
So this is what our warehouse looks like right now, and it's over our heads, just filled with t-shirts. The way we organize things, just so you know, is top is small, medium, large, extra large, double XL, and it's from edge to edge, it's just filled with stock. So we've, mind you, this is, when I took this picture, there's a lot of our wholesale customer stock is still in here. So right now we're picking and packing all that. Actually, after the live stream, we're going to go over there and pack some orders as well. But we're over our heads in t-shirts right now. It's pretty crazy.
That means we prepared for the double heavyweight to last longer. We've been doing a good job. I think every time we restock double heavyweight tees, it lasts us a little bit longer each time, I feel. But this time we did, go hard. So, and everybody, all of our retail partners are getting some too. So it's going to be abundant, I would say. Yeah. And the double heavyweight long sleeve t-shirts, they're coming a little bit after, so they would be probably released sometime in early April. That's our aim.
Right. NS Robot Ninja says, absolutely love my double heavyweight. Definitely going to pick up a lighter shirt in the future. Could you give us a quick rundown of the main differences between the ELS and the Ultimate Pima? That's easy. Actually, hold on. This is the ELS. So let's just grab one of these.
So just start by the weight of the fabric. ELS recycled cotton slub t-shirt fabric is 280 GSM. That's a little bit over 8 ounce. The Ultimate Pima Tsuriyami t-shirt fabric is, I think, just about 200 GSM, if I remember correctly. It's been a long time since I checked on that, but something like that. So it is a pretty large difference in weight, 200 versus 280. Let's just double check. Ultimate Pima. Yeah, so 200 GSM, this is 5.9 ounce. 280 GSM for ELS, that is 8.25 ounce. So that is a significant weight difference. Yeah. On top of that, the texture is extremely different because of the yarns.
Yeah, you can see, this is the ELS tee. It's beefier, but you can see, sorry there's furs and stuff on here. But you can see the texture on the Ultimate Pima is a lot smoother. There's a much smoother finish in general. So you're going to have a much more textural t-shirt with this one on top of it sort of being beefier. So
the main difference why the texture is so different is that Ultimate Pima Tsuriyami t-shirt is 100% Ultimate Pima, which is an extra long staple cotton made organically in the USA. So it's grown in the same farm as the Foxfibre is grown. It's fully organic. It's one of the longest staple cotton fiber cotton in the world. It is one of the longest. It is impressive that they can grow this organically also. But because it's long staple cotton, the yarns are very smooth and very luxurious. It just has this silky touch. And because we use that 100%, it is a very smooth surface fabric. The ELS recycled cotton slub t-shirts, on the other hand, it is a very slubby yarns that we use for this t-shirt. And the reason why it's so slubby is that 70% of this t-shirt is made from recycled cotton. And recycled cotton, part of the reason why it is so slubby is because some of the recycled cotton we use in this, it's coming from offcut of our double heavyweight t-shirt production. And when you use an offcut, like excess fabric, to recycled cotton and make it into a new yarn, they chop it up very, very finely, which cuts down the length of the fiber. So you're starting off with a very short staple fiber cotton, and then you're mixing that with a 30% virgin organic ELS cotton, extra long staple cotton. So there's a lot of variety in the fiber length in the yarns, and that creates a natural slub in the yarns. So the slubby yarn means very bumpy texture when it's made into the fabric.
Yeah. So there you go. I hope you enjoyed that rundown, everybody.
Yeah, sorry that I went on forever. When I start talking about this fabric, it's just there's so much we can talk about.
I just love the term rundown. It's just, you guys might know my history with that word, but you got it. There are the answers there. There's a funny question. It's a good question. Fernando asks, what music do you listen to when packing all of your items for shipment? It's always 90s. It really, or early 2000s. I mean, if it's past 2010, I don't even know what's going on anymore.
I also think part of it is because that's when we shared we both were youngsters that are listening to similar music, popular music.
Right. Yeah, right. That was the height of popular music for me. And so I'm an old guy now, so I just whatever's new I don't really pay attention to.
Yeah.
But a lot of movie soundtracks, American Pie movie soundtrack gets played. We were playing that yesterday, in fact.
Yeah.
So I like that, that era of soundtracks, 90s, American Pie soundtrack. I was also listening to basically spa music, it just calming, relaxing music. Sometimes I listen to that, or piano renditions of video game music, Donkey Kong Country or Super Mario 64, aquatic theme. I love those. Tarantino soundtracks also get played a lot, so it goes from calming and relaxing to all right, let's get bloody.
Yeah. But yeah, generally I think we listen to a bunch of punk rock days, those pop punk kind of music, because again, I think that's what we share in the there's some music that he listens to that I don't listen to, there's some music that I listen to he doesn't really listen to, but it's just those late 90s, early 2000s punk rock was a shared thing,
filthy 80s rap. I don't really play it in the warehouse because it's hard to listen to that with your wife. Don't recommend it. Enjoy that on your own time.
It's fine. It's we don't have to really, but again, personal choices wise, we want to upbeat music sometimes when we're pumping, the shipments out. You need the extra energy.
Junior, right? 2 Live Crew is hilarious. Don't just listen to that on your own, okay? or in your 5.0, driving down the Miami streets. Then it's appropriate. But yeah, singing along with your wife to Lutu Live Crew, you gotta have I don't know how to say it. I don't know if that would work for me. Right?
It might not work for you. It might not work for me also.
Okay, yes. So there you go.
Yeah. You have to have the right kind of wife and the right kind of husband.
Yeah. Right. There's definitely people who are right for that. It's just that's not us. Yeah. There you go. THK says, what kind of music would you play in the new shop? I don't know.
Yeah.
One thing, this is, unless you've ever called, I don't know how many people out there have Shopify stores, right? Your online store, you use Shopify, is a very popular platform. We use Shopify. If you've ever called their customer service before, and it's been a long time since I called their customer service, but I just remember calling their customer service and their hold line was the music from Chrono Trigger. And I was so happy. And like Chrono Trigger is a role-playing game from Super Nintendo days.
Okay.
And I really loved the soundtrack from that game. And I was so happy that they were playing Chrono Trigger music as like the hold music, because a lot of it is like calming and like, and I'm like, this is great. And I'm like, I really wonder how many people know this. Right? How many people know that this is the music from Chrono Trigger? And so I always thought it could be funny to play some like, video game music in the background and see if anybody walks in and recognizes it. Because some of the music you would just simply appreciate because it's good. But the person would be like, I get it. It's just like a little Easter egg.
If you know, you know.
If you know, you know. So, yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure what kind of music we would play, but I probably would throw in a little bit of video game music here and there just to
test the water.
Test the waters, that's it. Million peso idea here. I like it. How much is 1,000,000 pesos, by the way?
No clue.
Okay, I'm gonna assume it's 1-to-1 with the American dollar. Super Looper Inside Out Edition. Okay. Now, one thing Risa has always wanted to make was a polo shirt with like a towlie exterior.
Yes.
Yeah.
Towlie fabric have a very special place in my heart, and I think that's why I like Super Looper so much, because it feels towely. But long loops and loopy inside and out, basically a towel. I want to make clothes with it. Someday. It's like I'm picturing this like setup with like the polo and shorts matching set.
That's it.
That's Wonder Looper Resort Edition.
So it's coming. It's coming. Raphael says to Sebastian, oh no, I guess they're just having a little internal conversation here. I'll leave it in the chat. THK says Imabari towel vibe polo sounds great. Yeah. So just so you know, actually this is a good souvenir to pick up when you come to Japan. Imabari towels. They're kind of there's a region of, just like Okayama is denim, Wakayama is knitwear. Imabari makes really high end towels. So like that's where all like the towels, maybe not all of the towels in Japan come from, but they're very well known for like high end towels. So you might even when you go to the department stores, they'll usually have like a section of towels. But even like I think you go to 7-Eleven and things like that, sometimes they'll have like little hand towels that are all like Imabari made towels. So pick one up when you come to Japan. It's a nice little souvenir. And I would say oftentimes when you come here, you have to bring some stuff home for the friends and family. Those are nice little nifty gifties. They're not, especially small ones, little hand towels, things like that. They're not very expensive, so you can pick one up, buy a couple and hand them out when you come home. maybe
nice towel makes a big difference in life.
Yeah, nice towels make a huge difference. Yeah, and I would say just as a another just Japan travel pro tip, load up. Maybe this is just because I've been living in Japan for long now, so now I'm always considering. Whenever you travel here, you kind of have to bring back a gift. It's just a big gift society. Like if you went somewhere, if you went to another town or city, every town and city here has a specialty. You got to buy that thing, and then when you see your friends and family, as you've come back from your trip, you often exchange some kind of gift. It's just what it is. But now, like whenever maybe because I don't go back to the West so often, but like whenever we travel back home, not only do we have like a list of gifts planned out, we also have like an extra bag of like, here's some random gifts in case we run into some people that we're not planning on seeing, but you eventually see, and you don't want to show up empty-handed. And so we just have this entire like extra bag of gifts, which I would say like on our last trip, we actually came home with stuff that we didn't distribute because we had over-planned, but it's better to have more than less. So, anyhow,
I mean,
buy extra gifts when you come here. So support the Japanese tourist economy. Gary Bishop, can you guys show the detergent you use over there again so I can order some?
We use Costco detergent.
Yeah, but there's the little bar, the bleach bar of soap that we have.
Oh.
So this is different. Do we have any of that?
I'll check.
Yeah, so this is a bleach. So if you're watching your whites, this is a good thing that you can use.
You have to.
Risa's gonna explain it. She's better at. She's the superior launderer, and she also can read the instructions on these things. Illiterate. Okay, we got some. Yeah.
So this is what Bahzad is talking about. It's called Utamaro Seken.
I'll Google that 1 second.
This is, again, like Bahzad said, it's a bleach. It makes white, like, white, but you have to be careful. Like, if you, like, use it on, like, a, off-white t-shirt, it would turn, that part, like, white. So it's not appropriate for every single white.
Yeah.
It's just if you're using this as like in our universe, like maybe Ultimate Pima Tsuriyami t-shirt in white is a white, yeah. Whereas like double heavyweight t-shirt in white is not. It's off-white, so it's appropriate for Ultimate Pima, not appropriate for double heavyweight if you're just leaving it like Yeah, but you gotta be careful.
Yeah, you gotta be careful. Sometimes you get a collar stain or something that's a little difficult. This works really, really well at getting rid of some stains. If you come to Japan, you'll find this at every little, pharmacy, like Walgreens, drugstore kind of store. Everybody carries this product. It comes in bar form. It comes in a lot of different forms as well, but the bar form, I think, is the easiest one to travel with, I guess.
And the pro tip, this is hard to use because once you wet this, like a bar of soap, it starts to crack and becomes gross. You can actually, some people shave this like on a cheese grater kind of thing, and then use that as just put it in water and use that like a paste kind of, or you can cut this up in the tiny little pieces and use it like an eraser. It is a pro tip.
They also have this handy nifty little holder thingy.
But even still, it's like it takes so long to finish up this soap. So this bar that it might be better off if you cut in tiny little pieces.
Okay, so there you have it. A very interesting product. How do you say it again?
Utamaro.
Okay, so look that up when you come to Japan, or look for the little blue bar of soap. That's not quite soap. It's bleach in a bar, basically. I don't think you should use this on your skin. I think maybe some tourists probably pick it up and like, oh, this is some kind of bar soap. man, I'm sure that happens. Because it's not entirely clear what it is when you...
Yeah, but it's in a clothing detergent section. It's never in like
a
but
it's still a bar of soap. I mean, this in the West, this is soap.
Yeah, if you're in a country where you don't understand the language, don't pick up random things and start using it on your body or eat it.
Yeah, imagine somebody bought this and started using it on their... Ooh... Bad day. But you
it's not that bad. I use it with bare hand and nothing happens to me.
Hands. So there's a store called Hands, formerly Tokyo Hands. Very cool store. I guess they have it in Loft. I guess those are some popular locations you can find this at. So there you go. Little advertisement for them. But we're happy to because they make a nice product. Okay. I guess there's some conversation about like lower price point Wonder Looper t-shirts. Look, you know what? It's not. I understand, right? Look. I wish everything that we can make could be as humanly affordable as it can be, right? That said, I think our price points reflect. I think our price points are as low as they can be, but like the drive or the aim to make like the race for the bottom, so to speak, I think that realm has already been mastered.
Exactly. Yeah. And then, every time we think about like, oh, maybe we should have a lower price point thing, it's just like, but for what reason, right? Yeah. Like, in order for us to lower the price point of our products, we're obviously not moving our production out of the country or anything like that. So, and, we'll always source the fabric made in Japan also. So within that limit, if we were to like lower the price, like we could just, like the only way for us to do that is to get like a regular, very mass market fabric running, that are like basically kind of designed to have the price point to hit a certain price point. And for us, like it's just like, what is the point? There's every other brand who does that, and like I understand that if you like a brand and you like the fit and maybe you want to have the same fit, same brand with lower price point. It's just that like especially at the size of our brand currently, there is no point in making something that can be made by others. Like what we're trying to do is just kind of do something that others are not doing
and not willing to do.
Yeah.
Right. So if you think about what it takes to make, say, like a really, really low price point item, you're going to have to compromise on the material, not just like the material construction, but like the actual physical fiber, like the cotton. What kind of cotton? You're not using the best cotton in the world to hit a super low price point. Construction is going to be a lot different. So there's a lot of things that you'll have to do in order to like hit that low price point. And it's like, what am I going to talk to you guys about? Mm-hmm. Right? Is it unbelievably fascinating that we had to, you could still make a quality product at a low price point, but it's like, it's ultimately it's not the kind of product that we are particularly interested in making. Like we want to use special and rare and very interesting production methods, and unfortunately, all of those things, the more specialized you get, the price is going to be reflected on that, but also you end up with something very, very special. So
yeah. And, we also like, we're not saying that price doesn't matter. We're not like, sometimes we make products that are like just, for the sake of it, like regardless of the price, 100% baby cashmere sweatshirts and stuff like that. Those are like just, we didn't consider the price. We just wanted to make it. We'll end up with the price that we'll end up with. Other products, though, like most of the time, like we consider the price into, we take that into consideration as a total product. It has to make sense to a certain degree. So we're not like, always like choosing the most expensive option or anything like that. But again, like it will come down to like, no matter what it is, it has to we're not interested in making things that we don't add any value to. Like so a lot of the times, like those things that we consider valuable, that we're adding to these products, tends to be very costly, and that's why our products are always more expensive than other brands equivalent products, I guess, but it's not equivalent in our opinion.
And like we hear you about, so look, I know we're not the most look, to be fair, I think our price points are they're in the realm of,
and the thing is, the more we are in this world, we know how much things cost. So it's we're definitely trying to give the best value, and we're not being greedy when we have the price that we have.
There's a lot of crap being sold at a lot bigger prices than we are. So I know that our prices are good. I wish they could be cheaper, but I could wish a Ferrari was cheaper too, but sometimes it just costs what it costs.
But you can be rest assured that our margin does not include things like big advertisement or super marketing events, and those things do not get into consideration. Obviously, we're thinking of opening a office / showroom kind of things. That is not we can only do that because we're selling more units now. It's not because the costs are considered taken into the cost of the products now. That's not what's happening.
Fernando says, honestly, as fast as you sell out, you probably should be raising your prices, supply and demand. Stop. I don't want to do that. We have a cost structure, we follow it, and that's it. And when we make also relatively high priced things, we definitely don't use the
same margin calculator. We take everything into consideration. We try to give you the best value.
Just our highest price point items generally have the lowest margin for us. Just to be honest with you, because we still feel it. It's just I look at the price, even though it costs what it costs. I look at the price, I'm like, that's a lot of money, and you have two mouths to feed here, right? You're not, we're not huge, so there's things that we consider, and we definitely try to deliver the best value for the products that we put out there, and we try to make things in a very special way using the best materials. So. That ends up costing more than your average bear, but you know what? I think even in the grand scheme of things, the price point is still a good price point.
And one last thing to on this topic, it's funny because we also think about this sometimes. Maybe we should have a product that is not super high priced with. Especially with the natural dyeing that we want to do, the base of the t-shirt before dyeing should be a little bit lower price, so that with the natural garments dye, because natural dye is expensive. So including that price, it's not out of our range. So we were kind of on the hunt, a project to get for us, maybe a rather basic t-shirt to start with, so that we can add natural dye on it and make it not basic. But in that process, we just always get distracted by this one's nicer. We need to do this because this is made with, a better cotton, or it's just we try, but it's
our way is to go for better, right? Go for better. And I think ultimately you guys feel it when you get the product in your hand and you pick it up and you're like, wow, right? That really the initial reaction for any fabric, anything that we deliver, what we're looking for is when we pick it up, we're like, wow. And if we think it's wow, I think you're gonna think it's wow. And if I pick it up and I'm like, then you're definitely going to go meh. If I go meh, you're going to go meh. If I go wow, I think you're going to go wow. So that's really the baseline for how we create the fabrics and the products that we make. It really has to be exciting. So making a non-exciting product, that works. Look, if you want to start a business and you're like, okay, how am I going to make lots and lots of money? You know, you got to factor all this stuff in. Okay, and like if your aim is just like, I invest this much to do this, and I'm going to get this on the output. Okay, that works on like a giant global brand scale, right? Because that's the way they're thinking. That's not how we're thinking. We're trying to make cool stuff, and like, business comes afterwards. But the baseline is that we have to make something cool and nice and exciting. And anyhow, I think that's why people are attracted to us in the first place. So we're gonna. It's not even a matter of like having to stick to those principles, because those are just simply the way we operate.
Well, we tend to get like back on track to that route whenever we try to do something that are more simple. It just
doesn't work that way. BD says, "You sure tell folks everything they need to know to make informed decisions. You and your former colleagues at Naked and Famous always made sure to contribute to do so. It makes a huge difference in where we spend." I think so. I think we are preaching to an audience who wants better, who is interested in the process, and so.
And you know, ultimately, like he said, you can make your own decision with that information. Sometimes, like some of the things that excites us may not be worth that extra, extra money. Maybe you just want a simple, simpler item that is, like for instance, we don't know the prices like fully yet, but the price difference between the fabric, the heavyweight Fox 80 fabric iron mordant, this color, and 15% Fox, same weight, same method of production, but because of the raw materials price difference, these products are gonna be priced very differently.
So you will see it. It'll be reflected. Like more goes into it, that'll show up in the price. And
and you can make an informed decision. Obviously, there's preference of color too. But at the same time, you can just decide is it worth it to pay that much extra for the iron mordant. Fox.
This is where I'm gonna jump in and like rip on like department stores, because I love ripping on department stores, and this is why we can't possibly sell to a department store. Because do you think that on the sales floor, when like these three items are sitting there, and you've got this light color, medium color, and dark color, and the customer goes up to the salesperson and says, "Why are these different prices? They're the same thing." Do you think the salesperson would have any capacity to explain to the customer why there's a different price point here, or even feel that there's even an interest in the customer to know why there's a price difference? Like, it would be impossible to try and get that message conveyed. Maybe one or two salespeople in the entire company would figure it out, but by and large, it would be like, I don't know, I think the buyer screwed up. Like, that would be the answer most of the time. But
so I mean, I think we're pretty like, our pricing is pretty transparent. Now we make it a point to like explain why there's such a price difference, or like high price, whatever. So if you have any questions about that, please do ask.
Jeremy says, could you do an unbranded style called Adequate Looper? Yes.
No.
Adequate Looper. It's a good name.
If we have tons of, like,
if we ever made a basic, just ultra whatever, like, it would be funny to just call it Adequate. What's this brand? It's fine.
It is.
It's just fine.
That's the job.
Yeah. Adequate. It's fine. Something like that. I would definitely play off of that. I don't think I have the time or the energy to go into that kind of project, but that's a funny idea. It's a funny idea. Back in the trade show days, I used to think it would be funny to have a brand called Size Run, because in our industry, when you're doing an order with somebody might say, "Oh, just give me a size run," because that's a typical. A size run is 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. Like across the board, all sizes, just give me ones. Or they'll say, give me a size run from size 30 to 38, ones. And like, I would say that is as a sales rep, that's like, it's annoying when somebody says size run because it's like, you need 232s, you need 234s. Like those are your best sizes. Double up, triple up on those. You can't just have one size 32 because that's your best size. If you sell out of 132, how many people are going to come to your store you're not going to be able to service? You get like, so the size run was like the lazy, like, I'll just take a size run. I'm like, oh.
Yes.
Yeah.
And 1221.
Yeah, 1221. 1221 is also very popular.
From small to
medium, large, XL. Yeah, 1221.
1221. Yeah. And this is a very typical industry operating.
I'll take a 1221 on the tops. I'll take a anyhow, 1221, very very common. Okay. All right, BD and beyond knowing about it all, and beyond knowing about it all to buy, knowing what things are made of is just pure fun. It is pure fun. Okay, I want to do 2 brief previews, and maybe next week we'll get into more in-depth previews of these.
Okay.
Because this has been a very packed live stream already, and I don't want it to run 3 hours long because we do have to get into snack time. I know it's important. But let's show off the double heavyweight. Kevin Matthews in the chat says, yes, just nabbed the last double heavyweight sweatpants in double XL. I hope you enjoy them. We look forward to shipping them out your way. But speaking of double heavyweight, we got the new colors. You've seen the colors before.
Yes.
Okay? To be fair, you've seen the colors before. But we've got the samples. So, now you can see them. Oh, they're heavy. They're so heavy.
You're like, what's his name?
Huh?
Smithers.
I'm the Smithers, yeah. There you go.
So heavy.
We've got the fern.
Sage.
Fern. Sage. Rust, dust, and what do we call it? No.
Rust.
Rust.
Very handsome brick kind of color.
Yeah. Dune.
Yeah, sandy brown color. Very manly.
Yeah. And sage.
Yeah.
So 3 earth tones here coming in for the fall. Heavyweights that also be available in the sweatpants, of course, and that will be joined with Ecru's. Yay! We're trying to trim things down, but anyhow,
that didn't work.
That didn't work.
Heather Gray and Sumi are coming back as well. So
yeah.
Heather Gray here.
And navy.
Yes.
And navy's not hanging right now.
Yeah.
But there will be a lot of colors here in double heavyweight sweatshirt land. So there you have it, everybody. 3 new colors. And I'm not going to full preview this, but maybe next week, just so you know, look what just came in. The Indigo. And then, Indigo. I know, Risa, you got to stop me. Somebody stop me. You can't. Okay, everybody knows the Suriyami Foxfibre t-shirt. Next week we're going to get into
the new colors
of it. The new colors. So we've got the Iron Mordant.
Yes.
And
then the
Fox 15.
So the same color palette as these ones will be available in the Suriyami t-shirt as well.
So that's going to get expanded out. And then this is like next spring, but we're gonna do some like
ringer
style. Contrast style. So next week we're gonna get into these
more in detail.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, I just wanted to say it because I had to tell you. I'm excited.
Yes.
You guys have to see everything. Okay. Jan S says, "Love that rust." Kevin says, "All about that fern." I think the new colors are going to be great. Sage, fern. I'm going to call it sage.
Yes, sage is the correct name.
Yeah, sage. Sorry, fern. No. I don't know. I need the Wonder Looper Rainbow. Well, you got it. Adam Brown, flat dark earth drop. Flat earth drop. Let's talk about the flat earth, everybody. That's a joke.
Flat dark earth.
It's a nice name of a color. Flat dark earth, like a dark brown. But he said flat earth, so I was like, oh well, let's get into it. We're not going to get into it. I don't believe in the flat earth, by the way. Just to put it out there. I've been in an airplane, seen the curvature. I've been convinced.
Good.
Yeah. Okay. Now that all the conspiracy theories are out of the way, let's get into some spicy treats. Mm-hmm. Because we're going to torture ourselves.
But also, before that, please send some likes our way, because we packed this live stream with so much previews.
Yeah, that's it. If you like previews and you want to see more videos like this, hit the like button right now so that we can see your appreciation for previews, because we've worked so hard on this Henley fabric right here. Show it again. Another preview. It took us 5 months to get this.
This was and just the way that it came out, I'm so happy. I'm so happy. It is, again, very expensive.
Yeah.
I think it's worth it.
Yeah. And BD says, what does it cost you people? Nothing. It costs nothing. It's free to give. Share some love. Share some likes with us. If you guys had a like button, we'd hit your like button. That's... You see how it works? All right. Well, everybody, we like it. We like that you like us. All right. Let's get into it. I'm not going to... Okay. We've got two flavors here. Risa, you're going to have to explain both.
Okay, so this one is the spicy one, and spicy with like seafood broth kind of flavor. So gyokai jjigae is like a seafood, I think it's a Korean soup that is like red and that looks really spicy. And it is that soup flavor.
That soup looks like it was made of magma.
Yeah, and the black squid.
Oof. I'm not a big squid guy. Yeah. And spicy seafood is not my favorite. That's not my bag. But we're going to try it anyways.
Yeah. I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, you want to start with this?
Okay, well, we've got that, and then we've got its sister product, which is this, and you're going to explain that one for us as well.
That one is the suppai, the sour flavor, and the sour plums. In Japan we take plums and just dry them, I guess, and then make it into a very, very, very sour treat, and we eat it with rice. I guess this is the sourness of the sour plums.
Yeah, I've never had sour. I don't know if I feel like I've had lemon chips before, a little bit sour, maybe.
Yeah, we've had like what was it? Very sour treat before. I forgot what it was,
but I don't really, the idea of sour flavored, and these aren't chips, these are like Cheetos.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Frito-Lay.
They're Frito-Lay, so they're basically like those Cheeto like corn chip snacks, but with different powders. This particular type of corn snack is very popular in Japan with 1 million different flavors. So, sour Cheeto, basically.
To me, like, spicy, like, could be, like, really deadly spicy. Like, you might cry with the spice. I don't think sourness would be, like, that extreme.
We'll find out.
I mean, the warning is only on the spicy one.
Well, it's bigger. This one seems to have some small warning.
Oh, that's true. Yeah. All right.
Okay, so let's get into that. And I've got my Bones mug here to signify the death that we're about to face.
All right. I don't know. It smells like a little bit spicy, I guess. I don't know.
It smells a little spicy. It smells like a typical sort of Cheeto.
Corn snack.
Yeah, corn. It has more of a corn snack smell.
Flavor, yeah.
Okay, so grab one. Yeah, it's heavily spiced. I mean, like they're very much covered in whatever powder it is that they're about to, have us encounter. Okay, let's do it. Yeah.
Spicy.
Right away.
Oh, spicy.
Very spicy.
Like, it gets to the, like...
It's
like, my face feels like it's hot.
They're not... Wow. They are not joking around with these ones. These are very spicy, and it's just like
Instant.
My tongue is being stabbed a million times.
And it gets
it's numbing.
Like if I ate maybe 5 of these, I'm probably gonna start sweating.
Yo, this is extreme.
Hits it instantly.
Yeah.
Too. They're very spicy.
Yeah, you if you sit here just eating these, you need to be drinking something. My tongue is still hot. Like it is noticeably hot.
Yeah.
Like I would not enjoy eating these. Maybe in my younger days when I really want to test myself.
Oh, this is a good like measure of how spicy you can handle. This is very spicy. Like,
yeah.
It's I think we can handle spice pretty well, but this is a higher level.
Like I'm not crying on the floor, but like this
because we only had one. Like,
right.
If we ate the entire pack, I think I would be dead, like sweating dead.
Yeah. Like if I were to keep eating these, I'd be sweating in a few minutes.
Yeah.
Like the tingling hasn't gone yet. It is still.
You know, we've tried the world's most spiciest hot sauce kind of thing.
Yeah.
It's like that level.
Yeah, it's up there. Wow. This is interesting. The more says, send some of those to the Tata and Yoko team. Yeah. BD, would wreck a kid. This definitely would wreck a kid.
Definitely.
Do not give this...
This could wreck an adult.
Yeah.
Even.
If you're an adult and you cannot handle spice, this would not be a good idea for you to eat. If you're okay with spicy food, you can handle this. But you would notice it's noticeably spicy.
Yes.
Yeah.
And the thing is, like now that our mouths it's tainted with spice. I don't know how I feel about this sour.
Well, let me taint it with some coffee first.
Yeah. Mild.
Yeah. Okay. Well, this is definitely up there. Okay. LOL. Okay. Interesting. That one is up there. If you're in Japan, find this.
We've tried the regular version, like non-seafood version of this before. It wasn't this spicy.
My mouth is still hot.
And I don't feel that, like, maybe there's like a seafood undertone, but I don't feel it. It's too spicy for us to like taste it.
I only feel the flaming hot heat. Yeah. Wow. Okay. Well, there you go. Look those up, everybody. If you're in Japan, if you're coming, pick up one of these and eat it with caution. I would definitely recommend having a cold drink nearby because I'm still feeling the heat. Okay. The only undertone in these is pain. Definitely not comfortable. And I don't want to eat more of those.
Maybe 1 or 2 more, and then I think that's it for you.
Interesting. It definitely smells like umeboshi. Yeah. And look how cute they are. They're pink. Oh, my tongue is still on fire.
They look like they would taste like strawberries.
Right. Oh. Okay, from very hot.
Very like the smell, it has a very acidic
oh man, we're gonna wreck our tongues.
Maybe.
Okay. Cheers.
Cheers.
Very sour. Oh my god.
Your face.
Oh.
Yeah, it's a weirdly very sour.
Oh my, like it's not painful or anything. But it activates all of your like saliva glands, and I'm just like, actually, it's not a bad palate cleaner from the heat. I can still taste the heat, but I think now there's so much like saliva in my mouth that's helping wash everything away. These are fun. A kid could eat these and have fun with this. Like it's gonna be like a.
Oh, it doesn't. I don't think
it won't hurt anybody.
A kid.
Yeah.
It is a very like strong. Like fruity taste.
Yeah, kids like sour candies and things like that. So like, this is in that realm of like some of the most sour candies you might enjoy.
But but like you wouldn't think that this would taste that like sour because it's like it being a corn snack also.
Yeah.
It is a lot sourer than I thought.
Nicholas Vilpu says he found it on Amazon Japan. I'm going to order the Japan Friete Super Spicy Mania Spicy Ume no Sachi.
Yeah.
That's it. Get some. If you're in Japan, get some. If you're at the Asian grocery store, maybe they'll have these. But they're very interesting.
This is fun. Mm-hmm. Because it's a lot.
You feel it.
But it's very unexpected.
Yeah.
It's not bad.
No, it's good. Unbelievable. Mm-hmm. Unbelievable. Okay. Well, there you have it. Okay, spice level.
This was like probably like 9.7.
It's in the 9s.
Yeah.
It's in the 9s. I'm sure there's... I wouldn't put it as high over a 9.5 personally because I feel like there's room there for even more devastation.
Maybe.
We could eat this. There's got to be things that we couldn't possibly eat.
Right. That's true. That's true. We didn't have to like really take one bite and like run for coffee or anything like that. Yeah. So that's true.
It's up there.
Okay, I correct.
Yeah. High 8, low 9, somewhere around there. Maybe I'll just give it a 9.
Yeah, definitely 9. Yeah. I think it has to be definitely over 9.
I'm not going to give it a delicious scale because I don't think it's delicious.
No, you can't taste it.
This is just on a pure fun level. Yeah. All my rating scales are all over the place.
It's kind of delicious, I thought.
Yeah. For pure fun, 7.8. It's fun.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun.
It was fun.
Not the tastiest, whatever. Maybe even an 8. I'm going to change it. I'm going to give solid scores today. This is getting an 8. For fun. Mm-hmm. I don't know what could be more fun.
Like,
yeah.
You know, like when like the COVID times when we had to like test for COVID when we arrive at the airport in Japan, we would go into the booth and there's like you have like a saliva collector or whatever, and then you go into a little booth and then you have a picture of lemon and umeboshi like right in front of you so that it's like produces saliva and it works and it's like. It was like I'm looking at it like really closely.
Yeah. It was very interesting that they're like, okay, you need to produce a saliva sample. How are you going to do it? Look at pictures of sour stuff.
It
worked. It was incredible.
So simple.
Anyhow, there you have it, everybody. That's it this week for the Wonder Looper weekly live stream. We'll be back again next week with more previews. Mm-hmm. More of your questions answered. If I didn't answer your question today, leave it in the comments section later or join us again next week and we'll be sure to answer it there. It's been a lot of fun. Mm-hmm. I can't wait to do it again. Do something nice for yourselves. Do something nice for somebody else. And we'll see you guys again next time. All right. See you later, everyone.